Hello everybody, welcome back to Matty Reacts, a channel where we take a look at things we never watched or listened to before. And relatively recently I recorded and uploaded a reaction to Hello Heaven Hello by Yungblud, and it was What Transpires is the first single from his new album. And while I was busy last week, he went and dropped the song and the video for his new single, which is Lovesick Lullaby, which is the second single from the album. It looks like some of the songs he released in the middle aren't going to be included on this album because he specifically mentioned that this was the second single from the album. So there you go. Listen, I don't need to wax lyrical about how much I love Yungblud and what he does. I've mentioned it several times. We've covered a few of his videos now. I think he's great. I think he does what he wants. I think he is a good voice for positive things in the industry. I mentioned that last year I went to Bloodfest in Milton Keynes. I'm not going this year. The tickets are a little bit more expensive this year. They're 73 quid instead of 50 quid. But I could have made allowances for that, you know, for a full day festival to still be under £100. You know, I looked into going to Download for a day this year, and it was, I think, £135, and I can't justify a single day ticket costing that much. But 70 something quid is manageable, but I didn't have anybody who wanted to go or who was able to spare the money this year, so I'm not going. However, I am looking forward to this album. Now, I'm presuming that the album will be released roughly around the time of Bloodfest so that he can capitalize on that. That would make sense for me. I think it's next month, so I might be wrong. Maybe it'll say in the description of the video. I'll have a look once I've had a reaction to the video. But yeah, we're going to take a look at Lovesick Lullaby by Yungblud and see if it's more of the same in terms of how amazing the last video was. So let's take a look. Okay, everything up to 10. Turn the ego up. The pint's going. Catch it. There we go. Very different kind of video to the last one. Yeah, so this one is definitely leaning more into the sort of the indie Britpop sort of route that I've mentioned before he likes to go down. Hello Heaven Hello didn't really tap into that. It tapped into this sort of, maybe a little bit in parts, but it tapped a lot more into sort of classic rock, whereas this looks to be doing something completely different. I like it. Oh, hang on. Black flowers again though, like the last video. Do you think that was planned? Okay. Okay, are we getting another two-parter song? Is he going to catch the point? There we go. Okay. It's a cool video. Yeah, so we've only got 30 seconds of the song left, so I could have just played it out, but it's another one of those songs where I feel like it could have benefited from doing something more. So it's a perfectly reasonable song. I'll talk about it a bit more at the end, but it's a perfectly reasonable song as it is, but it just feels like it's treading the same ground. I just, you know, one of my favourite things about Hello Heaven Hello was, God, that song title's a mouthful, was how it switched things up and how it changed things a couple of times throughout the video, and how it took turns you weren't expecting it to take. And obviously not every song can do that, otherwise, you know, we'd be in a world full of 21 Pilots who, you know, have 6 different songs within one song sometimes. And you know, it's not right for everyone. But I think it could have done with a bit more variation. Oh, it went low there. Okay, so what do I think of that? I kind of gave it away when I paused last. I quite like it. It's not my favourite Yungblud song. It's certainly not as good as Hello Heaven Hello, but I think it's a perfectly reasonable song. It's a good song. It's one of those that I don't know, out of the Yungblud songbook that I know so far, obviously I don't know what it's going to sound like on the album. Out of the Yungblud songbook that I know so far, I'm not sure I would pick it above a lot of the other songs he's done, but I probably wouldn't turn it off if it came on. You know, we're going to go back to the tried and tested playlist analogy that I always like to go to. I think I would have it on a sort of summary happy songs playlist, and that would be fine. I'm hoping that the fact that this is so different from the last song is a sign that the album's going to be nice and varied, because I think that's always a good thing. You know, there's 3 or 4 different songs from, you know, his previous 2 albums that are so different from each other that are my favourite songs on the album because they are so different from each other. So it's, you know, a good thing that he likes to do loads of different things, but I would like songs that just do a bit more. I think my main problem with it is it sounds like songs he's already done. He's done songs that sound kind of like this before, where he'd never done anything like Hello Heaven Hello before. So I guess that's kind of what I want. I want for him to surprise me again. Okay, thank you very much for dropping by, and I'll see you again for another reaction video very soon.